Shut up and sit down.
April 17th, 1935. Alan Hobson is fishing with a friend off Coogee Beach, a tourist district of Sydney. Suddenly, a 4-meter tiger shark swallows its catch. Hobson managed to catch and keep the tiger shark alive, and has the idea of giving it to his brother, owner of the city swimming pool. The brother Charles Hobson, entrepreneur, thinks that displaying a live shark in his pool will attract visitors. This shark becomes the small attraction of the city until the day when he regurgitates a human arm in front of the dumbfounded visitors. The analysis of this arm by the medical examiner allows to see that it is not the shark which cut the arm, but a sharp object like a large knife or a machete. A tattoo remnant is also present on the biceps. Taking the skin from the fingers makes it possible to reconstruct the fingerprints of the deceased. Thanks to the police file, the victim is quickly identified, a certain Jim Smith. Born in 1910, he became a professional boxer in his youth. From this period dates his tattoo. Following his sports career, he was hired as a bartender in a shady club and binds to the local underworld. Taking part in clandestine games and various drug trafficking, he was arrested several times, thus registering his name in the police files. He then meets Reginald Holmes, who will play a decisive role in his death. Reginald Holmes is a ship owner and also involved in drug trafficking and insurance fraud, its specialty. The two men set up a scam that failed. Smith must sink one of Holmes's boats for him to receive the insurance amount. What Holmes doesn't know is that Smith is also a police informant who hastens to denounce him to the authorities. Holmes is convicted of this attempted fraud. He is furious with Smith. A third man then comes into play. Common knowledge of Holmes and Smith, Patrick Brady is also unfavorably known to the police for theft of jewelry and forging bank checks. On April 7, 1935, Smith left his home with Brady for a weekend with friends. We haven't seen him since. Brady rented a small cabin in the Cronulla neighborhood. A taxi dropped them off there, him and Smith. Police are convinced Brady killed Smith in this cabin. First, Brady is the last person to be seen with Smith alive. Then, after the incident, the floor of the chalet was washed with plenty of water. A marine anchor and its rope have disappeared, as well as a mattress. Finally, police assume Smith's body was cut into pieces and put in a large wooden trunk, which also vanished. The arm not fitting in the trunk, Brady threw it in the sea before it ends up in the stomach of the famous tiger shark. Placed in custody, Brady has always denied. Holmes, suspected of complicity, claims that Brady, after killing Smith, threatened him with death if he did not help him dispose of the body. Feeling threatened, Holmes nevertheless agrees to testify during the trial against Brady. On June 11, 1935, the morning of his testimony against Brady, Holmes is found murdered from 3.32 caliber bullets in his car under the Sydney Harbour Bridge. Patrick Brady's trial opened on September 10, 1935, at the Sydney Central Criminal Court. The main elements against Brady have not been retained following legal remedies from his defense. As the evidence against Brady was only circumstantial, he was acquitted. No one ever knew what happened to Jim Smith's body, and no one has ever been convicted of this crime.